What do you guys think?
Well,
That
Lynn's
lady's
gonna.
crazy. Look at this mess.
What a
Lynn,
slob.
I'm
Lynn's
gonna want to
grab the
investigate
girl.
the room, Dave. I'm looking for valuables. And do I recognize the creature that is depicted in this cast iron figurine?
Yeah, let me actually right now I'm looking for an image for you.
Do you want me to roll Arcana? History.
Give me a you can give me an arcana or history, whatever's better. Thanks for the host, Baboonsky. So this is pretty much what it looks like. And with your check, yeah, you recognize it as a creature called a Zorn. Pretty dangerous creatures, actually.
Well, I presumably know a little bit of lore about this thing, and so I'm pretty curious as to is this just an art item, or was this an actual
It doesn't look like
Zorn?
it's petrified or anything, no. But you know
Okay,
these things can burrow within the earth.
right, and it's a very it's from the plane of Earth and that sort of thing.
Yeah, these things are able to detect precious metals as well, and they come from the elemental plane, so one of the elemental planes.
But I'm pretty sure that this is just an art object then.
It appears to be so. Yeah, you go up and kind of tap on it with your knuckles a couple of times, or maybe one of your engineering tools, and yeah, definitely seems like it's made out of a metallic material.
Well, then I'll kind of climb up on its knee there and peer down into its gullet. Anything down there?
Yeah, so this Zorn,
A burger.
yeah, the cast iron Zorn. This is pretty heavy. You're actually able to climb on this thing without it even really moving. It's probably about 500 pounds. So why don't you give me an investigation check, Gimbal, as you're climbing on it? Nice. You notice that pretty close inspection is going to reveal a keyhole in the middle of one of the black parts of the eye. He's got 3 eyes, basically. And in one of the middle parts of the eye is a keyhole.
Hey, look at this. Anybody know how to pick a lock? And I'll point out the keyhole to everybody else. I bet this Zorn is some kind of treasure chest.
A treasure chest. Did we find a key on what's her name? Olivia?
You did not.
Well, maybe there's a key in this room somewhere. Come on. What are you guys down the hall for? Help me look for it.
So, Dave,
Sure.
Lynn grabs Darwa and brings her in, but then sets her down right inside.
Okay.
And I also want to do, when I come in the room, Divine Sense again to see if there's any of the Celestials, Fiends, or Undead anyone here, especially the corpse worrying me a little bit on the left.
No. You sense no evil presence. No undead, no fiends, nothing like that.
Okay, then I will head to the statue of the handsome man who looks like myself.
Spitting image.
Oh yeah, I wanna check him out. I look longingly at this plate mail that he's wearing.
This looks like you if you were handsome.
That's creepy, dude.
If I was,
I'll start one last thing, Dave. I'll start my ritual for detect magic.
Okay. Sounds good. So the noble knight has a little plaque that says, "Here lies Olivia's second husband," and it gives you the name and stuff like that. And it looks like his body is encased in this plaster. And it's sculpted pretty nice, all of the armor is painted on there and stuff, so. A lot of cracks and breaks in the plaster as well.
Yeah, I'll touch it and push on it and see if it moves at all.
You kind of peel away. You can see that there's a
Yeah.
mummy. There's a husked, like very decayed mummy inside of there.
as I hear Cardos, shuffle backwards. So I'll say, guys, there's something in here, and I'll start cutting away and pulling away the plaster and stuff.
Sure. You start chiseling with your dagger, and there is takes you a couple minutes to do this. So we'll see what Zero. What are you doing, Zero? As Lynn is trying to open up the sarcophagus here.
I'm just amazed at his fascination with that corpse and his likeness.
What if it was
What are
him?
you trying to get? What are you trying to get at, Lynn?
I'm just looking.
Just fascinated?
Yeah, I want to see if this guy still looks this good.
No, he definitely doesn't. He's seen better days, Lynn.
I'll feel better
Just
about
looking
myself.
in your future.
Yeah.
Bob looks like that flesh golem.
Actually, the flesh golem looks better too. Ander, what about you?
I'm gonna take a look at the Deviant, search around it, under it. Take a look at this dragon, whatever it is.
Sure. You find a key. There's a key mixed in with all of the rubble.
Oh, did somebody say they needed a
Sorry,
key?
I'm trying to eat my dinner, guys.
Yeah, over here. Don't interrupt me, though. I'm doing a spell.
Yeah, Skimble said something about a keyhole in that statue over there.
Just throw it down the hall.
Yeah, in one of the eyes.
Well, let's give it a shot. Let's see if this is the key.
Give me an investigation check as well, Ander, as you're giving this thing a once over. You find another secret compartment by the dragon's mouth, and you open it up, and there's nothing in it. Hence, if he would have been
Bunch of dirty
successful, he
magazines.
would have found something. If not, nothing.
Oh, this is by the dragon?
Yep.
Or by the Deviant?
Yeah, it's basically where the dragon's head, where the demon is. Yeah, it's got like a secret compartment in its mouth, and there was nothing in it. Cardus, what about you?
I want to take a look at this mist over here.
Yeah, sure. It's actually a 10-foot wide chamber, and you really can't see too far in because of this like impenetrable, lit red mist. Has like a glow.
Can I
Sort
try
of
to?
like it looks like there's a glow on probably about 2 or 3 feet in. On one of the sides, you can see that there's a bright glow. Looks like maybe on the wall.
So there's a glow on the right side.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, about 3 to 5 feet in. You'd have to walk in to see what the glow would
Yeah,
be.
fuck that.
You guys have been. You've
Tell
seen 3 of these. You guys have been scared of all 3 of them.
The color red isn't usually a good thing.
Thanks, guys, for the follows. I appreciate it.
Unless it's a potion.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Can I maybe do an Arcana check or see what it is? This mist.
Sure, I'll let you do an Arcana check. You can sense that there is magic coming from inside here.
I don't know if it's hostile or anything.
No, it's neutral. Doesn't seem like it's. You don't sense any kind of necrotic or anything. No.
Alright, I'll just
So does-
backflip away.
Scared.
This key, does it
Joe,
put
thanks,
the
man.
keyhole here in the eye of the scorn?
It does. It definitely does. It does a backflip away from it. Nice.
Where are you going? All right, so anybody want to turn this key?
How about you do it with Mage Hand?
I can
Alright.
do it.
All right, so I'm gonna back up.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up too.
Use your mage hand. Click. Seems like it opened it up.
What do we got?
You guys go over and look at it. Yeah, there's quite a few electrum pieces inside of it. Actually, quite a few. It looks like the majority of this thing is filled up with electrum. That's why it's so heavy. Then there's a couple of nice items sitting on top. There is a gold crown with a bunch of purple crystals that are lining the frame of the crown.
I put it on.
Roll a death saving throw for me. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, there's a gold crown. I'm going to put that stuff in here. This thing looks like it's probably worth about 500 gold or so. Looks pretty valuable. There's also a brooch that is in the shape of the sun. It's made of platinum. Looks like it's probably going to be worth... probably look like it's probably worth about 50 gold or so. Then there's also another item. There is a jade chalice, probably worth about 150 gold. And then when you kind of dump the electrum out, there's 600. 600 electrum. Yeah, pretty nice.
Jeez, we got so many coins.
Mm-hmm. And you got a cart now, too, so that's pretty nice.
That cart.
Yeah, you got a cart.
Is there a bunch of props in there too?
There's no props, unfortunately.
Oh,
There are no props. I promise you there are no props.
What's the magic situation looking like, Dave? I assume my spells.
It has stopped. Let's see. I'm gonna go through all of this different stuff in the party sheet, and I'll tell you guys what is or what is not magical. So don't forget, you still have Captain Thespin's Thesper's journal. Remember the ship that you guys found out in the swamp. Very rich Waterhavian noble family, and their daughter was the captain of that ship. So you could probably get something for that if you want to. Waterdeep. The clay statue that is of a gnome now, the one that keeps switching races. It's definitely magical, but it's basically just made of clay, and it changes shapes of all the different races of the realms and stuff. You can get like 50 gold for that. Let's see. Is quite a bit of stuff in here. You've got the dust. The dust was magical. You've got 3 pinches of dust of dryness. And it has 3 pinches, and you can use an action to sprinkle a pinch of it over water. The dust turns a cube of water 15 foot on a side into 1 marble-sized pellet, which floats or rests near where the dust is sprinkled. And it's, of course, the weight of the pellet is negligible. And then you can also use an action to smash the pellet against the hard surface, causing the pellet to shatter and release the water, that 15 cubic foot portion of water. You can also damage a water elemental with it, exposing it to the dust, or it would have to do a Constitution saving throw. And it would take quite a bit of damage, actually.
Too bad we already fought that.
Yeah, no doubt, right?
Would have come in handy.
Yeah, or maybe you would have got it first if you would have won another way or something. So that would have been, that could have been a possibility. But everything else looks like it's going to be cash-looking items. Going through everything. Oh, you've got the, don't forget, you've got the spear. Remember, you found that Spear of Reach, which is
I took it. I think
okay.
Lynn took it.
All right. Let me drop that on to you, Lynn. All right. There you go. Quite a bit.
Thank you.
Yeah. You've got a treasure map of the Moonshay Isle. You got that from Captain Tesper's journal as well. And then you got that, oh yeah, remember you got that walking cane that had the bat head on it with the ruby eyes. You've got that too. It's worth 150. So you've got quite a bit of loot. I'll go ahead and divide that Electrum out. You guys got 120 apiece. And then we'll sell all of this cash stuff. It looks like you've got... looks like about 1,500 gold worth of stuff. And then you got the 1,000 gold journal, too, that you can deliver to Waterdeep. And maybe something else will happen there in Waterdeep. You never know. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think, adventurers?
So no more magic in the room. What about that red misty stuff? What am I seeing there for as far as magic?
Yeah, that's emanating big time. That is a transmutation, or a distinctive transmutation aura. And a lot of it, even the mist is kind of glowing, but there's a heavy glow coming from the wall where you can see like a real bright red flare on the wall, probably about almost up to your face, because you're a gnome, so yeah. But someone else would be about waist height or so.
So you guys have seen one of these before?
Yes, there were 2 or 3 others. Higher.
Were they all red?
Every one of them, yes.
Transmutation magic? Yes, no?
Sure.
Well, what happens when you go inside?
We were waiting for you to do that.
I think Thor should go.
All right. So as you walk in, it's like walking through. It's like walking through a curtain of beads. And as you get into this room, the mist is much lighter and you can see. Now, on the wall, there is a sort of like a little raised dais coming from the actual wall itself. And on this, there are a couple of runes that are kind of raised above the dais. There is the symbol of a white spiral. There is a glowing red triangle. And there is a blue circle kind of making a wave. And all 3 of these are emanating a magical aura.
So what were those symbols again, Dave?
There is a sort of like a white spiral depicting maybe like a twister.
Okay,
There's
so like a wind symbol?
Yeah. There's also a red triangle with flames coming up from it. And then there's also a sort of like a circular symbol that looks like it's kind of got a wave crashing down. And it's blue.
So I'm going to be looking around for something that would depict the Earth. And is these symbols anything else in there that I can that Gimbal can determine its magical properties or its why is this in this mist? What is this mist?
Yeah, you can give me
Anything like that?
an Arcana check if you want to.
Okay.
What is
You
everybody
doing
else
okay in
doing?
there, Gimbal? Oh, I'm finishing peeling off this thing.
That's fascinating in here.
Yeah, you're not quite sure what this does, but it is interesting for sure, especially when you see the 3 arcanic runes that are on this dais. Sort of like this rounded triangle that's on the wall. It looks like buttons you push. That's exactly what it looks like.
Whoa, rounded triangle that's on the wall?
Yeah, it's like it looks like a rounded triangle that's raised off of the wall. And then there's the 3 runes in each corner.
I'm looking at that thinking that's going to be Earth.
You don't see anything that would signify an Earth symbol or a rune or anything like that. You only see the 3 runes.
Not the triangle for like a mountain?
Possibly, but no, because there's nothing that's emanating magic from that. It's just kind of raised off of the. It's sort of like it's like a pad with the runes on the pad, and you can see in the pad, the triangle, that it looks like these runes can be pressed, and they would be depressed into the triangular raised little dais.
Okay, I got it. I'll reach down and I'll press the blue wave.
Okay, so when you push it, you hear a click.
And hold on. As I do this, I speak out to everyone else in the room. I'm pushing the blue wave, and then click.
All right, you click.
What the hell does that
mean? And you close your eyes and everything, and nothing happens.
Oh man, I thought I was going to get transported.
Nothing happened.
All right, I'm going to try the red triangle.
All right.
Gimbal, stop pushing stuff.
Just as you hear him say, quit pressing stuff, Gimbal, all of a sudden you hear a pop, boink, and Zero, you're in there. Gimbal disappears.
Yeah. Gimbal, what happened? Where are you at? What's in the room? I think Gimbal just disappeared. He pushed the red triangle. He disappeared.
Yep, he did. He disappeared.
Okay. Let's analyze the situation. Gimbal's gone. Is that bad?
I love it.
Good question.
We still have the wand. He'll be back.
Yeah.
All right, let's go get that Lich.
I'm sure he won't go very far, or he'll need to come back for us. I'm sure. So we'll let's check out the rest of this room before we go on.
Right.
I love it. So Zero, as you're leaving the chamber here, you can see that both the blue button and the red button, they kind of looks like they reset basically.
He might have been transported to the other red room that we saw earlier.
Okay.
That's just my guess.
And,
well, you know more about these things than I do.
Yeah, and not to metagame this, but that is exactly what's happened there, Gimbal. You've been teleported to another one of these misty red chambers, and you see 3 more runes on a similar triangular, like raised dais that's coming off of the wall. You recognize 2 runes. There's another one of these white spiral runes. There's another one of these water runes, and then there is a new rune, which is a green diamond that looks like a rock.
I'll go ahead and push the green diamond.
Okay.
Anything happen?
Yep. You teleport right back into where you were.
I'm back.
So you've actually discovered a teleporting system in here.
Come on, guys, this is cool. You got to try it.
So we're so glad you're back.
Yeah, it
we were worried.
So can I do a perception check there, or insight check?
Insight check.
See if
Sure.
you really missed me.
Yeah, give a. Let's see. Let's do a contest.
All
So
right,
let's do a deception versus insight.
There's insight.
Oh.
Yeah, sure you missed me, Lynn. All right, come on, guys, let's go. Hop in and just push the button, and you transport to wherever you want to go. Or
What about
you transport to one of 3 places, of course.
What about Carrot Top? We can't just leave her.
Well,
I'll grab her on our way out.
and then I'll push the red triangle again, Dave. And
Thord says, "I'll force her to push it."
I think I'd rather keep her, hang on to her myself.
Yeah, Thord said he'll make her push the button.
So, Dave, did I find anything on this, I guess, corpse that I peeled out of the husk?
The withered corpse had a couple of gems in the eye sockets. Diamonds. Look to be quite rewarding if you pull the gems out of the eye sockets, sure. But it looks like they're wedged in there pretty good. So maybe you may have to have someone with a talent to pop them out of the skull, because you kind of pull some of the wrappings and stuff away, and they're actually really mounted into the eye sockets quite nicely. So you could actually damage these gems pulling them out. I mean, if you just get in there and just rip in there and pry them out, yeah.
Yeah, if
good
it
old
takes that much
adventure way.
effort, I don't really care that much about them.
Yeah, okay. They appear to be, they're probably worth about 500 gold apiece.
Well, since everybody's...
Well, hold on. You're not taking the gems? Does
Why don't you
Gimbal
take
know
the
this?
I don't care that much about, money and precious
Well,
things.
Gimbal's
Such a
very interested
paladin.
in gems. I mean, not necessarily money.
Well, you're
But-
already ported, so you're in the other room, right?
Yeah, dadgummit.
Why don't you just take this skull?
Come on, man. Help a gnome out.
and Anders right behind me if he wants to grab it. I'll just lay it down. There's nothing of interest for me.
Yeah, you could pull the skull off. I mean, it's just kind of sitting on the vertebrae anyway, of the spine.
I'm just gonna rip this thing's head off. That's,
For
Oh,
a
paladin
1,000
of you.
gold? Come on, man.
Maybe he's
And there we
vengeance.
see the problem of paladins, right, guys?
yeah,
Aladdin.
exactly. I'll grab Darwa.
So I watched Gimbal push the red triangle, so I'm going to push it again.
All right. You guys see Zero disappears, and you are over here with... You're with Gimbal. You're in another part of the dungeon. So Thord, he's going to do the same thing. He forces Carrot Top to press the red rune.
C0? That was pretty cool, huh?
There was one other thing in there
It was
that
fun. It was actual magical.
there's a couple things that they forgot to do in that room.
So, Andrew, are you coming?
There's 2 things.
Sure.
Cardos?
Sure, why not?
You
Everyone's
know
doing
what?
it.
Which one?
I want to be cool.
Which one did they push?
Oh, shit.
I believe you said the red one.
He said he pressed the red one, yeah.
Oh, okay. I forgot if he said or not.
I was going to see how long
All right.
you guys want, and I was waiting for someone to push something
Yeah.
else.
Teleports, that's
I'll-
like hell.
I'll push it. I'll push the red one. Lynn will push it.
I'll follow suit.
Okay, so you guys are all over here. Andrew, do you go as well?
Yes.
You guys are all over here. Where you guys saw the portcullis, and you saw that dragon statue at the end of the 50-foot chamber. You guys are all in this red mist, and there's a another one of these little raised daises that's on the wall, And it has another air an air rune which has like a sort of like a dust devil looking whirlwind or a twister, whatever you want to call it. And then there's the a green gem that looks like a rock. And then there's also a water symbol, sort of like a circle, looks like a wave is crashing. And then all of this, there's a very sweet smell in here too. And that's what you guys, and this dust is, this mist is kind of swirling around in here. Although you guys can and all see, and you can see out as well. But it's much harder seeing in.
Okay, this is gray for us. Can you reveal it for us again?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, when Lynn pops up into existence,
remind
he's
me
like,
about
whoa, that gave me butterflies. I don't care much for that way of traveling. I hope we don't have to do that again.
And you can see down to the south, you can see the portcullis as well. And you can see that this is where you guys were at, where the statue was and the pools. This is that room that you had seen. But you do know of one other area like this that you never checked out. And it was back in the... Remember where all of the Amberguls were buried when you first came into the Ambergul estate? You guys had found that other area with the red dust and never did anything with it.
So you guys have explored this area already?
They never
You
came
had
in here.
access here?
No, we did not get past the portcullis. We went somewhere else.
So I'm going to come down here and look around the corner.
Okay. All right. So as you guys move out into the hall here, all of a sudden you hear a and then all of a sudden you hear a spark click. And this dragon breathes fire down the entire, belches a 50-foot, 20-foot wide burst of heat. It's not even fire. It's like a very hot steam, and it just fills the entire chamber. So why don't you guys give me some dexterity saving throws? That will be Cardus, Gimbal, and Lynn. Give me some dexterity saving throws. Lynn, you're good.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab Gimbal and try to push him to the floor.
I'll use my inspiration on this one, Dave.
Okay.
Not to get out of the way, just to push him on the floor.
Use him as like a shield.
Yeah.
Pull him out. Pull an apple out of him and eat him. All right. So
Yeah,
Gimbal,
very good.
you're all right as well. So let's give you guys a little bit of damage.
Is it fire damage?
So let's see. You're going to take... It's steam, so I guess it would kind of be like fire damage. So, yeah. So if you failed, you took 16. So I believe, Cardus, you failed. So you'll take the full 16. And then
I'm resistant,
Lynn
though.
and Gimbal, well, that's okay. Then you just took half at 8. So everybody takes 8. So just go ahead and add 8 wounds onto your sheet, onto the front main page where it says wounds. Just add it on. Lynn, you got 24. You'll be back up to 32, etc. So this thing, as it breathes, you can hear it clicking. Click, 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 click.
I assume it's going to do it again, so I'm going to get around.
Yeah, I'm getting out of there.
You being one with gadgets and gizmos and all that other stuff, yes.
And I yell out to the other ones, it's going to do it again. It's resetting.
I'm gonna go back into the into the red room.
Yeah, there is a... you guys do notice that there is a beautiful urn made of alabaster, probably worth 1,000 gold or so. And as you guys, you get blasted with this heat, you can still see that there are a bunch of carved images of horses and stags. This thing looks to weigh a ton. Looks like you could probably tip it over and stuff as well. But it's probably worth about 1,000 gold. It looks like it would fit into your cart nicely as well. And it's right here.
We're going to load that card down, guys.
It's right there. And now I will let you guys get moved into these areas. And this thing clicks for about 6 seconds. Click, 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 click. And, you do say that it's resetting, which you could tell with this, you're familiar with these types of gadgets. And it breathes again. And it continues to do it every 6 seconds.
How do we get this loot out of here? Hey, boost me up. I want to see what's inside this thing.
Okay, I'll pick him up. I mean, up into the urn.
Yeah, I want to see what's inside of it.
All right, so I'll pick him up by his feet and put his head in the urn.
Okay.
Am I tall enough to?
Well, there's a top on. Oh yeah, definitely. There's
a top. Okay.
Yeah, it's about a 7 foot tall urn thing. Like I said, it weighs about 500 pounds. Now, you two that are in this alcove, why don't you guys give me a couple perception checks really quick?
Okie dokie.
Oh man, it's so clutch. Lynn is clutch with a 22. Lynn, you are so clutch.
Do you want a perception from dog? Or I guess we're okay.
Lynn, you're so clutch. Because just as you were lifting up, and this is a 20 DC, by the way. There's not a lot of 20 DCs in 5e, but this is a 20 DC. And as you're lifting up Gimbal, you can hear scratching inside of the urn. It sounds like something's clawing at the inside of the alabaster urn.
So in mid lift, I will stop and hold Gimbal away from the urn and say, Gimbal, do you hear that? There's a scratching inside this urn.
You can hear it.
Oh, okay. I'll switch senses with dog, and he's got advantage on perception checks with hearing. And can he hear anything more than just scratching? That's kind of generic. Can he figure out his big, small claws?
Well, these urns are 7 foot tall, so, and the scratches look like they're coming from about the 6 foot mark. So yeah, whatever's in here is pretty big, and it sounds like there could be multiple, because there's scratches coming from one side of the urn, the other side of the urn, in multiple spots.
So let me look at the outside of this urn. I'm looking for writing, I'm looking for glyphs, I'm looking for anything that might indicate what this thing contains or should contain.
Nothing but images of horses and stags. Those are the only carvings. Okay. Yep, horses and stags.
Is that anything significant about horses and stags? That combination seems kind of odd to me.
Yeah, not offhand. You don't recognize any now.
Well, I'll like tap on the side, and I'll speak in all the languages I know.
It taps back.
Who's in there? And I ask who's in there. No response?
1 second.
And I'm holding Gimbal up and out and taking him around to wherever he wants on the urn. But I'm holding him out like you might hold a skunk or something.
010, you did not hear that, by the way.
Sheesh. I don't understand that language.
No, you don't.
I mean, can I? Is it maybe an infernal? Is it maybe giant? Presumably, I've heard languages I don't know
Oh,
before.
of course, yeah. It's like you
Do
can
I know it's
understand when
Orcish?
someone's speaking
I mean,
giant.
is it
Yeah,
French?
it's
you know?
giant. No, but you can tell. Well, like if you or I were out and we could hear someone speaking German, we could say, "Oh, he's speaking German."
It's probably.
Yeah, so it sounds like giant.
So I kind of shout back, "Hey, anybody know giant?"
Yeah, I speak out. I do.
What does Kerfurken Macgafflepa mean? What does that mean?
It says let us out.
What? How do you say "why" in giant?
I love it.
Ooga, luga.
Ooga looga la la. Now, so I'll say that into the urn.
Yours isn't like baby talk.
Oh, this is too
Hey,
good.
I think this would be easier if you just made the dash over here. Just make it quick. You'll make it.
I'll time 6 seconds.
Sure, you do it. I'll give you an acrobatics check, see if you trip. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh-oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that to you. Some DMs would probably do that, but I'm not. Yeah, you can make it over there, Zero. I'll put you over there. It breathes again. Hot steam comes out.
Woo.
Makes you sweat as you're standing right beside it. Yeah, basically, there's a couple of what they're doing. They're communicating with you. They're telling you that they're hungry and they want out. They haven't ate in a long time.
Who is it?
There are 2 flesh golems in here.
They're hungry. They haven't eaten in a while. They're 2 flesh golems. So let us out. I recommend leave them in there.
Yeah,
Maybe
we
push
should
the urn
probably-
in through the fire.
We should know. Let's just leave it in there, and whoever buys the urn from us, they've got 2 flesh golems. We'll just throw them in for free.
I'm not carrying this urn.
Well, we can't carry it out. We'll have to get the cart around and do something about those
We can
iron
leave
bars
this.
down there. Well, I certainly can. It's too big for me.
They're better off in here, I think.
Well, exactly. So you
In
think
this
about
room.
it. If you
In this
own,
room.
well, no, if you own like a castle somewhere, wouldn't you want a couple of flesh golems to spill out on your enemies if you needed to? I think you can get good money for it. That's all I'm saying.
He's right.
Probably get something really neat with all the loot you get.
He's actually
So
right.
I'll wait for the steam to pass, and then I'll zip over into the teleportation room.
Okay, I'll put you down.
Sure. You can get over there. Now, if you're going to take the alabaster urine with you, that's going to be a whole different.
Well, yeah, I 500 pounds.
But you would know that
that
thing
comes
could
out.
probably be, I think could probably be disarmed, like any other trap. You just have to be quick about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You would just have to totally be quick about it and hope to gosh that the thing doesn't breathe on you again.
Well, there doesn't seem to be, much desire to get this urn, so I don't really care that much about it.
Yeah, it's worth about 1,000 gold. You could probably get 1,000.
Well, I know, but these
Little
guys
more
left
with
1,000
the,
gold worth of gems in the other room they didn't care about. So,
Yeah.
what less work getting a skull than a 500-pound urn?
Did he just like rip it off the body and drop it?
It lended,
No, I
yeah.
didn't.
No, you didn't?
What a vent.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you
take
didn't?
that off. I said I wasn't going to.
Yeah. So does anybody mention the diamond to me? Because I'll go back for him. Oh well.
Wah, wah, wah. Gosh. So what do you guys think? You guys still have a little bit more of this place you can explore. You got your cart. You got all that armor all over the place.
Well, as soon as I get back to the teleportation room, I'm just gonna hit the white spiral. I haven't been there yet.
Sure, we can do that.
And I'll follow him.
I was going to suggest hitting another room and leaving the temple.
Well, yeah, you guys can do that too if you want to. So now, when you hit the white spiral, Gimbal, you disappear. You take another trip there, Gimbal. You end up in another hazy red mist, an alcove with more of these buttons. There's another green diamond, the green stone, another red triangle, and another water rune. And Gimbal disappears, by the way. He just says, I'm out of here, and crushes the white rune where you guys are at. Welcome to
Lynn will
Lindell.
follow right behind him.
Right. You're there with him. Boop. Anyone else?
Well, I guess I'll do it too. Everyone else is doing it. I want to be cool.
Want to be with the cool kids?
We could always split the party.
DMs
Dave
love
likes
that.
that.
I definitely love it. Ask J-Dog and those guys in the Thursday Yawning Portal game. I love that.
I hit the white.
Yep, I hit the white.
All right.
Come on, Thor.
Okay. And he makes Carrot Top hit it as well. You guys can see where all of the small little tombs were for all of the different Amberguls. You guys are on the very western side of the Ambergul estate.
Would you do us a favor and reveal that again, please, sir?
I will.
Excellent.
Definitely will.
Yeah, so Gimbal, we've been here before. We
Is the
checked out
factory?
these crypts here.
Oh, you've already checked everything here?
Yep, we checked every single one of them. Every single one.
You seem pretty confident in that assumption.
We didn't take everything though.
Oh, well, what's the fun in that?
So, friends, I don't know about you, but I've exhausted myself. I've exerted myself quite a bit lately. I'm kind of tired.
I'm fine.
Multiverse Mike bought you guys a uninterrupted 8-hour rest if you guys want it.
Oh my. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I could use it.
Yeah.
Do we want to do that right now, though? And
You just said you're tired.
I am, but I'm just saying that with sometime soon would be good.
I'm gonna just start walking around, checking out the crypts.
Yeah, we can rest here while
It's a
Gimbal
nice place to
satisfies
sleep.
curiosity.
A bunch of crypts.
Well, you guys have the cart too, and in fact, let me go ahead and you guys are totally done with this entire complex. So I'm just going to turn the fog of war off. You guys have been to everything now,
Oh, cool.
so let's turn this off.
Well, you know, I
Did
think.
the mask delete for you guys?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so you guys can see the 3 different portal areas. You guys never went
We
down
never
south
went to
the tunnel.
Dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you never checked out the dragon statue or the chest that's on the stone block.
Yeah. I think that's all we've got to do here, guys, right?
Yeah, we got Carrot Top. We got the altar, right?
you got Carrot Top. You
Got
found
his
the altar,
props.
but the key wasn't in it. Remember that
Oh,
that
yes.
spiked ball? Yeah.
All right, with the new dawn, we can roll for portent.
It is a new day.
Hey, Dave, everything went gray for me again.
Yeah, it did. I'm getting you guys squared away on that. So there we go.
Grayed out again.
Sure did, didn't it?
Yeah, grayed out again. Well, I spent the most of the evening just looking at all the crypts, taking notes, reading all the runes and stuff that are on each tomb.
Yeah, these were basically where all of the
I think
Amberguls
these
were
people
buried.
are crazy. That's what I come to a conclusion of.
Yep, all of
And
the Ambergirls were buried
These
here.
people?
Now,
these,
we mean
god
these
damn it.
people.
there's a reason you guys didn't loot these, and I go ahead and try to pry that out of you. Like, why didn't you
Well,
break
I
the
look
seal?
at him and we made a pact with Ambergul. We
You
weren't
made a
allowed
pact.
to. I made a pact.
Yes. Yes.
Need the phylactery.
Well, I didn't promise anybody I wouldn't look in these.
That's true.
Does your pact involve like attacking me if I look inside?
Anybody remember the words that she gave you? If do you guys anybody remember what she told you guys about the crypts?
I think she said, make sure you take everything in the crypts.
I can't remember exactly what she said. I was trying to think as
Raspberry
Gimbal was
Brisk.
asking.
So good.
I can't remember what she told those two.
I've never seen it before, and I bought it today. It was good.
I'll say Lynn will say, to be safe, we probably shouldn't take anything.
Yeah. And
That
what
would be the
was
safest course.
what was Alicia? Anybody remember what Alicia was? A lich?
A lich, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. She said if you know what's good for you, don't take anything out of the tombs. And remember, you had that necklace on, that amulet, Ander. And she says, can I have that back, please? Remember that?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's still sore about it.
All right, fine.
Yeah, we held hands and everything.
And then, Zero was cursed. I think it was Zero.
Yeah.
And Zero was cursed, and she said, okay, seeing that you were so nice and you gave me back my things, I will take this curse off of you. And she did.
All right. Well, I suggest that we make our way back to the island there. The only place we haven't explored. We don't go into the Lich's Sanctum. We kind of go around, and check that out, and then load up the cart and let's get out of here.
Suppose you want your wand back.
Yeah, so I can get my wand.
Well, it's Delvin's wand, but who's
Well,
counting?
I want it fair and square.
Who's counting?
Delvin told me to come get it from you guys when you're done. So, my wand now. Just ask Delvin.
For you to keep, huh?
Well, yeah.
Put you guys down here. All right. Here we go. You guys are back on the shore down here. Sink you guys in. There you go.
How deep's this water, Dave?
It's pretty deep for you after a couple of feet. Yeah, you guys see a huge cavern, like I was telling you. It opens up into like a lake. Very uneven ceiling, stalagmites hanging down, stalactites kind of pressing up through the bottom of the water at a couple points. The ceiling is about 20, 25 feet. Like I said, uneven ceiling. Lots of water's dripping from the stalactites. There's a lot of moss on the walls. The statue is a huge black dragon, and it's about half sunk into the lake. To the north of it, there is a large block, and there's a bunch of like handholds and footholds that are on the side of this, where it looks like you can climb up onto this, and you'll have to do about 10 foot worth of climbing over the water line. And then there's a huge iron chest that's chained to the top of it. And then to the south, you also see like an exit tunnel that's back over this way, right over this way where I put Ander. Looks like it goes into a kind of descends down, and it looks like it might be going into the Underdark.
Well, it kind of looks like bait, but I'm sure you guys will be fine. Who wants to swim out there and get the loot?
Thor does.
You're a bunch of chickens.
Does this dragon statue look the same as the one up there?
No, not
that,
really. No.
Breathes the same? No. Okay.
No.
So
Even though it looks the same, it's not.
I want to hop on. I'll kind of hold on the dog's neck, and he'll doggy paddle out to this thing. I want to see if I can kind of scamper up and investigate this this dragon here, because I'm thinking it's another trap that it'll breathe something on whoever climbs up to the chest.
Sure. Dog can paddle out there. Like I said, it's half submerged anyway, so this statue, the dragon's reared up as it's like kind of like frozen. And as you start to you and dog get up there, there's in its eye socket, in the left eye socket is a glittering black gem, and the socket on the right is empty. So you can see that there is a gem, probably worth a little bit, probably about 100 gold or so.
Hey, you guys, did you find like a glittering black gem laying around this place anywhere?
Not that I know of.
Maybe there's one back there in the crypts.
Well, I did. I'll go ahead and try to pry it out. And I'm mindful of where the dragon's mouth is pointing here.
Okay. Give me a dexterity check at disadvantage. Yeah, because you're not a rogue, so you wouldn't have thieves' tools and stuff like that. So give me a dexterity check with disadvantage.
12. Oh, all right.
You actually pop the gem out. Luckily, you pop the gem out. So now you have a 100 gold black crystal gem in your possession, made of obsidian.
I'll go ahead and pop that in my pouch there and finish kind of crawling around. I'm doing my best to investigate this thing, looking for traps, looking for runes, magic sigils of some kind.
All right, party treasure or yours?
Party treasure. Yeah.
That's up to you because you found it. So, what is everybody else doing as well? So
Lynn will take his rope out and take one side and say,